All right, and here we go. Last game, COT Desert or WSVG Desert. They went for the COT version, which is basically exact the same one. Let's go with the positions first. I'm right now on the point of view of Chris. Chris playing as Mongols once more. He's been playing Mongols every single game on the land maps. He's going to be on the pocket position, supporting Miguel. Miguel playing with Hunt on the flank position here at the left side. We've got the other pocket. It's going to be Mayans, played by Nickhoff. And at the very right side, we've got Menelis playing with Aztecs. So they went once more for Aztecs. We've got Mayans and Aztecs on the same side. And very good thing for them. They got no restart and still got Aztecs on the flank position. The one they were definitely looking for. Taking a look at what's happening here. Go ahead.
Especially against Spanish flank, and the Spanish scout Lux is already going to the TC of Mentalist.
Don't Titanic now, sir. Don't Titanic now. It's going to take a couple of hits, but I think he's going to be able to save it. But that means it's going to be a little bit harder to steal a board. I guess he just missed that one right there at the top left side. But go ahead.
Yeah, and obviously Aztecs being the best and strongest flank civilization against Spanish, which is
one of the weakest,
not the weakest of all those four civilizations we have here. So, a tough spot for Lix, and Jinghua needs to send him a lot of knights, pretty sure.
Anyway, let's try to take a look at the positions here. The Chinese team, as we just said before, Lix is going to be playing with the Spanish here on the flank position. He's going to have the support of Jinghua once more. Jinghua playing with Huns in the pocket position. Very strong combination. The other pocket is going to be Mongols. I like this for the Chinese team. Mr. Yo in the pocket position is Mongols. And at the very left side of the map, we've got Mayans on the flank position. I guess Spanish is not ideal to have it on the flank position, but Mayans on flank a little bit better than pocket, right?
Absolutely. Having Mayans at the flank is so good. Having those very cheap archers and then expose, having more resources, okay drush, and so many viable options to defend even against the 2v1. And one other thing of Chao Thing, obviously, you have an Eagle Warrior, which is extremely good for laming boars.
And laming is what's happening here already. Lix with a very low HP scout trying to lame the board here from Menelis. Menelis is going to have at least one of his boards, but apparently he's going to lose the second one. This is still very tricky here for Lix. Good thing for him, looks like the TCs are not too far apart from each other, and there are not many obstacles in the way to his TC, so probably he will not be messing this one up. It's going to have an extra board, unless Menelis is able to find that second board of Lix. No, wait, that's his second board? I'm a little bit confused right now. I see a board right there. I'm not sure whose board that one is here in the middle between Menelis and...
It's the one of Lix, but extremely far away. But then on the other side, Chao Ching was able to get a successful board steal as well.
Oof, then two board steals. I just wonder, because Lix has got steal.
Oh, and Yo's getting one as well. So Miguel is playing without boards this game.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No boards for Miguel so far. Just as you said before, you've got here Mr. Yo going to be stealing one of the boards, and that means that once more Xiaoxiong probably going to be playing with 3 boards. Yeah, you can see once more another board right there. Is it so that people start with 3 boards? It could be the case, to be fair, because
just 2 boards.
But look at Lix. Look at Lix. He's got one, and that's the stolen board. Then he's got one in the back. And he's got the one in the front.
And the one in the front.
Yeah, you're right.
The front should
only
be
2
his
boards.
second one.
Yeah, and there it is. Menelis was able to spot it, so he's going to be having his second board. If nothing major happens here, of course, Lix is going to be trying to chase it away. But do keep in mind, the scout is on very low HP.
Oh, Chris now getting a board to the TC of Miguel, so that he has at least one board after he stole one.
The lamings are real. The laming is so real this game. Anyway, looks like
the distance of Mentalist to Lix is so short, and the barriers of Lix are pretty exposed as well. This will be an extremely tough game for him.
What is that hell? Well, I guess it's a part of the wall that he will surely be trying to complete over there. Just seems like it's a little bit too close to the berries. Anyway, it's going to be fine for him. I would be assuming that Menelis is going to be going for a drush, even though he does not have the resources to go for barracks. And at this time of the game, I think this should be the time where he should have the resources to go for a barracks.
Indeed, after the 4 villagers which you put on wood dropped their 175 wood, you build your Rex. And as you can see on the left hand side, Miguel is going for a drush, Chao Ching is going for a drush.
Is he going
And now you
forward
can
with
see
those villagers? Looks like he is. What is he going to do with them?
he's trying to wall the gold spots, but now he sees the Rex there and thinks better of it. Or is he?
Not sure. I think he's not giving up so easily. He's just gonna keep on moving.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
take a look. Indeed, he dropped a couple of palisades right there. I can see it. He's gonna be trying to wall the wall. The gold here for Xiao Xiang. Xiao Xiang has seen this. He's trying to drop a house here. A very good one. Will he have the time to make a second one? No, sir. That is not going to happen. What will he do against this? He can clearly see the villagers. Is he gonna try to do something against this? Not so far. This could
Oh, and
be
even being denied of the set of the 10 gold, so he can't get a third militia out.
so right. You're so right. Oh my
God,
God,
so he's
such a
stuck on
simple
two
thing to do, but so effective in my opinion. And it looks like at least one of the villagers is gonna go down here for Xiao Xiong. Awesome team play here by the Unforeseen team. Only the first militia is down now by Xiao Xiong, but what about this Nilfer?
2 villagers down already at this early stage of the game, Chao Ching. And villagers you don't need to lose at this stage.
Oh boy, what a rough start here for Xiao Xiong. Miguel doing something so simple, but so effective at the same time. It looks like that one of the militias is gonna go down and spawn at the same time, and both villagers are still alive. A third villager could be on the way here to go down by Xiao Xiong. Looks like he was able to save it. And there it is. No more militia left here for Xiao Xiong, and he does not have to go for the third one.
On the other, oh, okay, Mentalist got in with the eagle, but not with the militia.
I can see it, so apparently the Eagle Warrior is going to be stuck in there. Apparently no safe spot for him. He's going to be going down to the villagers. Not ideal. At the same time, it looks like Mentalist could try to find a spot to hit. I guess the gold would be an obvious choice.
Lux is going for an archer defense with Spanish. Something you rarely see, because obviously you don't got the expo upgrade.
Considering he's got such an open map, though,
No,
what
he's
else
going
could
for Amade himself. He's going for man-at-arm forward with towers.
with villagers, I can see 5 of them. He's going to be going aggressive with them. Obviously going to drop a tower. He's going to be the first one to get to feudal age. There it is. He's got 2 militia. He's going to be looking into upgrading them to man-at-arms. I'm missing the third one. Oh, there it is, a little bit further back. Mentalist, can he see what's happening here? Can he see that? No, he cannot see this.
And no idea what's coming at him. He sees, oh god, this guy's already about feudal age. I better wall my villagers. But he needs to do more than that.
Yeah, he
Because
went
5
there.
offensive villagers. And now look at this, even 6 villagers on stone?
What do you think about this tower? I guess he can cover a little bit of the gold and a little bit of the wood, but he can't really deny everything, right? I guess he will be looking into dropping another tower further back. The villagers keep on walking here. I think Mentalist was able to see this. He's running away with the villagers at least. I think he must have seen it.
Oh, and now Lux even deciding, okay, I will block his main gold. I will just go to the next player.
Is he just gonna go to the pocket? Is that what he's doing?
Because, guys, remember, this map does not have extra gold spots. You only have 1 big gold spot, and then you have to go for the middle to claim extra gold spots. So if you block 1 gold spot of your enemy, you know you blocked everything.
Oh my god, that's a very important point to make, and you can see it's gonna be a little bit harder to block the gold of Nikov though. The gold of Nikov's such a good spot, and Nikov took measures against this. He's pretty much walled all the way across the space. There's only a small opening here at the front, and he will be controlling that one. So this villager walking time from Lix, certainly not worth it.
As you can see, Miguel now building another offensive tower in the top, so Chao Ching will have the same fate as Mentalist of not being able to get on your main gold spot.
Such a chaotic game. I love it. I love it. And there he goes. Xiao Xiao needs to go back. He's still on Dark Age.
Oh, Mentalist, M&A, look at the wood of Lux. He overchopped.
Okay. What's happening there? Oh boy. That's gonna be. Why is he not chasing it away? Well, he's gonna be chasing it now. Hopefully for him, it's not gonna be too late. I'm afraid it's gonna be too late. He just gave up on that villager a little bit too early. Mentalist, unfortunate for him. He needs to make sure he goes back before he loses it. Well, just at the right time, was able to secure all the 3 men-at-arms, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a villager.
At At least not for now, but blocking the wood, and there's no wood income for Lux except that he is now going on the strike line. Let's take a look at the middle. I think all the middles should go for 2 stables here, because this game is so scrappy and you can hit so many spots. So obviously we only have 3 middles who can actually build knights, but Nikov should go for... What is Nikov doing? Is Nikov slinging and we didn't miss it?
Yeah, I guess we'll need to take a look at that, but this just tells you how random this game is right now. Mendelitz was there with 1 villager just next to the Tower of Lakes. Well, let's check that out, take a look at the economy, and we can see that Chris is getting slinged from Nikov. So you got that one right. Nikov is going to be slinging Chris. Chris, keep in mind he's playing as Mongols. He went for 2 stables, just as you said before. I guess it's worth it to take a look at what are the other pockets doing here, Nilford. I can see Mr. Yo just about to hit Castle H. He's got 1 stable only so far, though.
Oh, and what is he doing with 5 offensive villagers? Is he trying to build a town center already
middle,
at the middle?
Yeah, gonna go to the middle. Let me go into his point of view. Let's try to understand what will he be doing.
Oh, great team play. Yo will build a town center next to the gold of Chongqing.
I can see what you're doing here. It's such a smart
This is
play.
so good
Such a
because
smart
the
play.
villagers were so exposed from Chongqing, and now they are protected by the GC of Mr. Yo. Great move there. Great team play.
Amazing team play. I agree with you. Very good thing here for Lix. He's spreading his towers, and you can see that he was able to put a very nice tower here onto the wood line of Chris. Chris feeling the need to go completely back with his woodcutters, and you can see he needed to walk a very long way. Very good thing here for the Unforeseen team, in my opinion, is that the left side between Chris and Nikov, both of these players are completely wild.
Nice small team wall without too much of effort, but you can still get onto them on both sides. Chris not walled to the left hand side, and you can still run through the GC of Nikov, who is still at feudal age and will stay on feudal age for a long time of this game.
Okay, this could be a very important rating here from Chris. Chris moving into Mr. Yo's base. You can see that Miguel is there with a couple of archers and a couple of skirmishers too. He needs to take care. He does not want to lose any units to the TC. Chris on +2 defense already. Bloodlines are done too. He will be needing to search a better spot. I guess the wood here is going to be the next target. I'm not sure he realizes there's so many units right there. He's spreading himself really nicely. Wasn't able to get a villager just yet. The TCs are up there for Mr. Gil. The gold is completely walled in.
Miguel of Mantle is now going down to the raids of Jinghua, catching a lot there. Obviously, Mantle is struggling to get on good units to counter against Knights because his eco is extremely low as well.
This is just a broken game, in my opinion. Just such a hard game to predict. Which team do you reckon has got the best chance right now?
Oh god, it depends on how much damage Chris is doing, because he needs to do the same thing Miguel did on the last Arabia game they did thing. He needs to raid every player. He needs to take Jinghua again. He needs to go into Chongqing and Yo, and he needs to keep all ecos down. And then they're in a prime position. If they defend well against all the ratings of Chris, then obviously it's looking better for SY.
Already a very nice victory here for Chris. He was able to make Mr. Yo delete his mining camp. As you could see, one of the villagers went down. The second one survived, but needing to delete a mining camp, definitely not ideal, especially so early on into the game. Chris will need to make more damage, though. I think he should be concentrating a little bit on Jinghua at the same time as well. Jinghua seems to be having a very nice score, and I will just take the opportunity of this pause to see if any of the Chinese guys is slinging. Nope, no sling from the Chinese team.
I think not even a single player having a market at this stage. Oh god, Mantalist is not looking too good. As you can see, Jinghua's points are just jumping, killing so many villagers, and more villagers will go down. Mantalist soon to be going down to like 32-ish villagers.
Yeah, look at his wood line. He's just in such a hard spot there. Jinghua with so many knights flooding all over his base. Those villagers on the stone are going to be very unprotected as well. The wood line is pretty much gone. So many villagers going down. Awesome raid by Jinghua so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, indeed, without having any upgrades. So even better, they're using them to full full potential. Now Chris is trying to raid against Xiao Chong, and he doesn't have the greatest defense, obviously.
The gold, yeah,
So-
the gold could be a nice option here, but Lix is very much on point. Goes back with the villagers before the knights show up. One villager is going to go down, probably a second one. Could have been worse if he hadn't noticed that a little bit earlier. Nice job here by Chris, though, spreading himself all the way around. Do keep in mind he's got still +2 armor, +1 attack by now, and Lix is still on feudal age, so there's literally nothing he can do to stop these knights apart from walling.
Yeah, and Chris doing a great job at the same time against Xiao Cheng, killing a lot of villagers there, and he is absolutely doing what I want him to do. Now adding a third stable, having 3 GCs, it's looking good for Chris.
Yes.
Nice job by Chris so far. Let's try to take a look at the villager account. Only on 38 villagers. Considering he's getting the sling, it's not too worrying. He's going to be getting enough economy from Nikov. Nikov, the one playing as Mayans. He chose to stay on feudal age and sling his teammate. I guess only having a couple of palisades, that could hurt him at some point. He should try to stonewall, in my opinion, Neilford.
Stonewalling obviously is, but he does not have too much space in there to actually wall. For now he's trying to repair and just axing so that Jinghua could send more knights, but I think it's so tough to wall all the spots correctly. Now sending some spearmen flicks that is... it's tough,
Only
tough to
one.
hold against
Yeah,
so many.
only one is definitely not enough. Good thing here for Lix, in my opinion, is the construct, right? The repair bonus from the Spanish. It's going to be making sure they only need one villager to repair the palisade, I think, right? I think that plays a role as well in this case.
Oh, I'm not even sure if it's a repair bonus as well.
I would
That
assume it does
absolutely
count
could
as
be.
well. I would assume it will count as well. Anyway, Chris doing so well. He's attacking on the left side. He's attacking on the right side. Winning here on the left side versus Mr. Yo, of course. He's got more upgrades, got more numbers at the same time. Anyway, nice job here by Lix. That could have been so deadly for him if you would allow Chris to get inside that stone line.
And now he still has a lot of villagers, which will help him out, or more better to say, his teammates, because he is switching into the sling now.
Yeah, I guess Chris is going to try to concentrate on that TC by Mr. Yo. Just imagine if Mr. Yo wouldn't have done that TC right there. That means Xiaoxiong would be in such a hard spot here. He needs to go back, though. Too many crossbows from Xiaoxiong. And Mr. Yo had a couple of camels there as well. I guess this is the time for Mr. Yo to go back with his knights before he loses them. Nice job. But still quite an even match, in my opinion.
Absolutely, let's take a look at the point. Small, just small league for SY, but that's not too important. And I think the amount of knights are so important. Because now taking another fight into the TC of Mr. Yo there. I think all the
This
Ixos
could
will
go well.
all
This
the
could go well.
villagers which will not fit into the town center or tower will go down as well. Oh, that's so good for Chris here.
What a
Just
good
producing a lot
fight.
of- even adding more stables, Chris, that is.
What a good fight that was, in my opinion. I think Mr. Yo should have concentrated on only camels, right? Because he knew Chris is going to be getting a sling. I guess he would have realized that Chris is getting a sling. So, in my opinion, he should have concentrated on only camels and not doing many knights.
Indeed, indeed. That's what we pointed out the game before. How to counter a guy who got sling and is going for only knights. You build monks, you build camels. You try to outsmart him. But not the right thing by Mr. Yo, now going for the same units, and now finally he's going for camels.
Oh boy, and Miguel's gonna join the party now with a couple of crossbows, and not just a couple, quite a lot of them. But this time, that means that going camels at this time is not gonna be effective anymore. Looks like Mr. Yo just lost his window of opportunity there. Definitely Miguel needs to be a little bit careful with these ones. Seems like he's got ballistics already. Yeah, I think he's got ballistics already, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, this is gonna be Miguel and Chris looking to do a whole lot of damage here. And it looks like Miguel could kill so many villagers on Mr. Yo's base because he does not have many numbers. He does not have many knights now.
Yeah, he doesn't, but they see, okay, he has a good town center there, let's go for Jinghua, because Jinghua is the guy who's getting the great units out, who's getting the sling as well. So if we are blocking his gold spot, and you know, there's only one gold spot, and they're sending everything, if they're blocking it, they're just cutting all the knight production from Love Chain. Let's see how they're doing.
And Chris just goes in like that, not thinking twice. Chris and Miguel are going to be taking the fight, and apparently they're confident they're going to win it. And the numbers sort of indicate that as well. Chris has got so many knights. Jinghua will be fighting against two for a little while here because Mr. Yo's, well, he's concentrating a little bit of his army now. It does seem to me like he's got enough.
Love Chain in the base of Nikov. And
Oh,
Chris
boy.
late was
Oh
sending
boy, oh boy, how did that happen? How did
they
that
cut
happen?
through the wall where the tower from Lux was, like the third tower in the north.
Right here, I can see what it was. Well, nice catch right there by Nilford here. And oh boy, they were doing so good. They were doing so good. And do keep in mind, Hingwa's got 2+2 armor. That means so many villagers are going to go down here by Nikov. And not much that he can do. Chris is going to be running in with a couple of camels. Is Lick's going to be joining the
Not
party
enough.
anytime
He's
soon?
only
I don't
sending
know.
3 camels.
Yeah, 3 camels
And
definitely
Nico's
not
sending
enough.
all his villagers out. He's down to 43 villagers only.
Oh boy, definitely not good. Anyway, I'm taking a look at the point of view of Mr. Yo. He's getting a little bit of sling from Lix. So apparently Lix is switching into sling, just as you said before, right? Was he slinging Hingwa, as you said before?
Exactly, went for the first sling on Yinghua, and then now he's going for Mr. Yo, as it seems.
More camels running in from Chris, trying to save the day there for Nikov, but Nikov just lost so much population, so many villagers are going to go down. In the meanwhile, taking a look at what's happening here on the base of Hingwa. Hingwa's got so many knights at this point. Looks to me like he could win this fight, especially as he gets a very nice positioning, which he seems to be getting. Miguel, of course, too experienced to try to fight that. He's going to be running back a little bit more, and this is the time where Mr. Yo's army could be very useful to Hingwa.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's sending everything. Mr. Yo now even having 2 castles up already. Obviously, mostly booming, having 3 TCs. Great positionings there by
Look at that
Miguel.
castle. Look at that castle here from Mr. Yo. So good. Just on top of Chris TC. What a nice positioning castle.
Yeah, and Chris is struggling to get any more gold spots because remember, guys, he only has the one at home. And if this castle is going up, it will be so tough for Chris to ever reclaim any gold spots in the middle.
And that castle is out for Chris, certainly. And another castle here from Mr. Yo on another gold. And once more, just as we said before, Mr. Yo feels like it's so important to get the map control. And that's what he tries to do very early on into the game. Placing castles at smart spots. And just like that, trying to make sure that he's got the control of the most important spots in the map. And that's what he's doing. He's just was able to control 2 golds with that one castle. And was able to control a 3rd gold right here with another castle. What a nice play by Mr. Yo here, in my opinion.
Yeah, great player, controlling so much. Chris now struggling to get castles up, struggling to get any gold. What are all his units doing there? Or all his villagers? I'm not really sure. Now Miguel is going for lots of cavaliers as well. Let's see, Chris is now going on to the sling.
Yeah, but look at that, and Hingwa is just running in once more. Oh boy, Mr. Nikov, you're not gonna like this. Chris does not have enough camels there, but nice gate here. I think Nikov is gonna be able to close himself completely. And that means that Chris is going to be the one hurting from this raid. Is there an opening there? Oh my, there is one. He walks back. He's going to run in. Hingwa, what are you going to do, sir? What are you going to do? He's in, but Nikov was able to close one of the spots. Is he going to be able to click the second one? I think he's not going to be able to close the second one. And Hingwa, just like that, is going to be able to run in. So unlucky for Nikov here. You have to feel sorry for them here.
Yeah, and now Chris, the guy who wanted to go for a sling, suddenly needs to produce camels again to defend Nikov the Slinger, who's only at 40 villagers at minute 33. So many losses after he actually should have been walled.
Look at how many villagers he's going to be losing even more. Down to almost 30 population, nothing he can do. A couple of camels running in from Chris, a little bit too late though. Hingwa now makes it to Imperial Age, and those Palisades Wall are gonna be an easy prey to those knights. And with that amount of knights, I don't think the camels from Chris are gonna be enough. They are fully upgraded. I think Hingwa will be wanting to fight this, or maybe not. He's running back, apparently. Maybe he wants to wait till the cavalier's there. Nope, he's gonna be fighting it. And I think he's gonna win this fight as well.
Yeah, especially because Cavalier upgrade and the +4 defense upgrade are kicking in pretty soon. So Jinghua can take every fight he wants. And the only thing is, Miguel is getting slung by 3 people. But one of the 3 people is only at pop 31.
And pop 31, and Chris is going to be dropping really heavily as well, if you will now try to sling instead of doing army. Hingwa will just be able to clear everything. And things between Menalist and Lix seems to be going very well in favor of Lix. Look at the populations between those 2 guys. I would assume that Menalist is going to be slinging now as well, right?
Mentalist is slinging all the time, as you can see. He's still in feudal age. The only hope is Miguel getting like 100 paladins out and trying to steamroll through the middle. But SY is doing all the right things.
Yeah, the
They're
gold,
stalling-
right? They're gonna get the gold, and there's just not many gold spots left for the Unforeseen team, I have the feeling.
Oh, and we can see the GG already.
Is it GG? It's gonna be called GG? Oh, there it is. GG gonna be called. Nikov is pretty much dead. They seem to have a chance. I had the feeling they had a chance. They had a window of opportunity here at some point. While Chris was raiding so well and the sling was working really nice, what happened? Was it just because of Hingwa being able to run inside Nikov's space?
Nikov's and Mentalist space as well. Remember, both players in the late stage of the game went down to 30 villages each. Nikov now obviously only has 22, but this is just, yeah, not the best defense. Obviously, this map, as we already said, you need to have perfect walls to be able to get into the sling, and this map is so tough to sling. Look at the base of Mentalist. He has to invest so much
Into
to
walls, right?
and then even then I can see a hole, and
Is there a hole? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's a hole there. Yeah, and
Look at
that's what
this, and
happens
still-
when you spend
yeah.
so many resources. At least make sure you're completely wild. Anyway, this game once more seemed to be clearly in favor of the Chinese team. And once more, they had a better plan, in my opinion, right? They went straight into the middle, trying to get the control of the gold, of the extra gold in the middle with castles. Mr. Yo playing so well once more. And